Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fire Force Chapter 192. We have a pretty early chapter today. Early release, I mean. Anyway, when we last left our heroes, we saw Arthur fall in his fight against Dragon. So now Dragon is tormenting the rest of Company 8. Meanwhile, Obi is holding his own against that one, the one white-clad guy. And Shinra and Burns are going at it as they're having a debate about destroying the system or whatever. And yeah, according to Joker, the fight will not end until Shinra has surpassed Arthur. Or not, Shinra has surpassed Burns, not Arthur, what the fuck. And yeah, that's kind of where we left off last time. So let's jump right on into 192, Stick to Your Guns. Our picture here is an adult lion kicking his kid off the cliff. Be strong, kid. So we open where we left off, in the building, in the prison, with the roofs destroyed and all that. The fight intensifies. Show us your stubbornness. And we see that Burns and Shinra have fallen all the way to the bottom of the floor. They both stare each other down. At this level, you won't be able to change anything. I haven't even started warming up yet. And Joker just looks at the two of them, and Shinra goes in for a kick. It connects with Burns' chest, and the same kind of beast flame that popped up last time appears again. But Burns grabs Shinra's leg and throws him, it looks like. Sends him flying into a wall. Shinra crashes into the wall, and we see bleeding down his head. If you want to go for a few rounds so bad, then... and Burns just keeps spinning him, I think, or while Burns is spinning him, Shinra's also using his flame powers to increase the spin, maybe? And so Burns throws him away. And he... I think this one panel on the bottom right of page 7 are both Shinra at different points in time. Because he's sent flying, because he still has the same hole in the chest part of his shirt that Shinra got last chapter. He crashes into a wall and then lands on his feet again. And then he does this kind of backflip jump thing. And then brings his foot down on Burns. And then, hold on. I don't think we're supposed to take it that the four Shinras are there in real life. I think it's just he's moving really fast, that he stomps Burns, slams into him, strikes him, slashes him, all at almost the same time, as he moves past Burns. And then he goes in for another kick, but Burns seems to strike him as well, maybe? And then Shinra goes in for another, knee lunge, and Burns raises his hands to the sky. And slams them down onto Shinra, smashing him into the ground. Accumulating energy? Is that how you plan on overpowering him? Joker asks Shinra. It's still not enough speed. K equals 1/2 mv squared. Oh, we're going straight into science shit. Kinetic energy is just mass times speed. If I can raise my speed, I won't lose to anybody in firepower. I mean, yeah, that sounds right. I haven't taken high school physics since I was in high school, so I don't know, but sure. So yeah, he's now just doing a flurry of kicks up and down Burns' body. More! Faster! Is that, and Burns, or Shinra goes for another kick, and Burns kind of guards, and there's this energy that this flame that surrounds them. So to continue on with what Burns asked, is that all you got? And he just slugs Shinra, and Shinra goes flying. He hits the ground. Burns picks Shinra up by his head and just pummels him with the other hand. And Joker readies a flame card. Change doesn't come from anti-heroes like me. Isn't that right, hero? And we see, Shinra bloodied up from getting just face smashed in by Burns. Shinra! And Burns gets ready for another punch. Slams it into his face again. And Shinra grins. And grabs onto Burns' arm and brings his feet up for a kick. And flame kicks Burns in, like, right in the face. And Shinra, like, jumps up above Burns' arm and smashes his feet down into Burns' chest. But then Burns gets him in the chest. Shinra goes flying and then Flame dashes over to Burns. Not even a moment's rest. I gotta be even faster. Then he knees Burns in the face, but Burns, like, blocks it with his arms. Aimlessly wandering your way through life, just like you are this fight. When you don't know what to do, there's no option but to wander aimlessly. Or is it your intention for all young people to just play ball, never venturing outside of the flock? Do I strike you as someone who condemns such a thing? Shinra, like, looks shocked. You have no idea who I am. I accept you with open arms. Try and surpass me, boy. The hero's road to victory lies beyond the trial of his great predecessor. To be continued in chapter 193 of The Hero and the Lion. Alright, I don't know what's going on in that last bit. I'm a little lost of, the last 2 pages, this conversation is kind of weird. Like, the example Shinra brings up, all young people to just play ball, never venturing outside of the flock. I don't quite see how the play ball and never venturing are connected at all. They just seem kind of two completely disparate ideas. I don't know. And then, yeah, he seems to be condemning Shinra on page 18. But then on page 19, he turns it around. No, I'm not. And I accept you, despite the fact that I'm currently trying to kill you and destroy the planet. We'll have to wait till next week to find out what exactly Burns is going with here. Though I do want to say, this panel of him, arms outstretched, is really gorgeous. Like, it's a really well-drawn thing. But anyway, this chapter is an almost silent chapter. Like, almost all of this chapter is just, the bare-knuckle, very, very visceral fight between Shinra and Burns. As you can see by how short this video is, down in the timestamp on my screen, which y'all can't see, so I don't know why I pointed at that, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's just a really well choreographed fight, which is kind of the name of the game in Fire Force, but still, it's just a really well done fight scene. So yeah, they're both bloodied up. Shinra more so than... Actually, Burns has gotten some... Like, Shinra's gotten some good hits in, but Burns is really not bloodied, and I don't know if it's because he's uninjured, or if it's like, kind of like Zarev's White Wizard form, where he just kind of, like, appears immaculate, despite the fact that he's getting beat up. But either way, Shinra is, like, bloodied up, But yeah, because it's such a visceral fight chapter, there isn't really all that much to bring up, because it's just, bam, 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 for 20 pages, and it's great to read. But there's not a whole lot to discuss here, so I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, please drop me a like or subscribe, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!